show. One casualty of Brexit, aside from the world economy and human decency, could be the special relationship between the U.S. and UK. But there are two things that will never break our bond: our love of pallid, stork-like sex gods, and our irrational fear of scary Muslims who have the nerve to live among us. Terrifying. I traveled to Michigan to learn more.
Every time a mass shooting is committed by a Muslim in America, we all try to figure out what we can do to prevent the next one.
The Muslim community themselves, they need to recognize that, hey, if they're going to be part of this great country, they need to actually step up.
Where are they calling these people out?
When they see trouble, they have to report it. They're not reporting it.
Did I say what we can do? I meant what Muslims can do. I went to Dearborn, Michigan, the town with the highest Muslim population in America, to find out why the hell they're all reportedly not reporting anything. This is Qasim Ali, the guy who runs the biggest mosque in America, and this is me doing my best Claire Danes.
Our community in Dearborn actually has set the standard for a relationship with the police department.
Why is there no evidence to indicate that you are policing yourselves? You should be turning in a terrorist every day. That's what America wants.
We will. When we find these terrorists, we will turn them in.
Okay, I just feel like you need a win in this column. Isn't there somebody who, like always brings bad food to the potluck, or someone whose yard is really weedy that you could turn in?
I hate to disappoint you and many others, but the reality is that Muslims are doing their share.
If that were true, how do you explain all these different groups working overtime to call in suspected terrorism tips, from foreign governments to the FBI and CIA to the MAC? Wait, what the hell is the MAC? Oh, it's the Muslims. And predictably, some of the leads from law enforcement and Muslims are just as flimsy as these white women's grasp of Muslim culture.
There have been instances where we were concerned about someone, but they didn't really pan out.
So when you had a member of your community who did seem to be going down a dark path, what steps were taken?
A member of our community came to the mosque and were concerned about their child, and they didn't like what they were hearing. But they're not terrorists and they're not extremists. And we went to the police and asked the police to help us intervene with this child, and actually ended up getting the child some mental health therapy.
So you actually paid attention to someone's mental health issue?
We are addressing our community issues like any other community would. Our community does have drug problems, youth problems with opioids and others.
Are you bragging about your community's drug problems to make yourself seem like every other community?
Qasim may be vigilant, but with so many Muslims here, the police must be busy around the clock foiling terrorist plots and...
Samantha B, get in the car now!
Oh, I'm being profiled. This is Mike Jafar, a Muslim American and the deputy police chief of Dearborn, who thankfully didn't mind me wearing my seatbelt like a moron. Jafar was trained by the FBI in anti-terror tactics, so he's seen some shit.
You may get an individual, maybe a few too many cocktails at a, say, football game. I mean, just everyday, normal.
So no big terrorism plots. Are you sure you're trying hard enough?
We take terrorism very seriously in this town, in this county, in this state. But as far as, spoiling any plots, no, we have not.
But it turns out the police did have to step in when extremists were discovered in their town. No, not ISIS. White people. This bearded, uncooked ham and anti-Muslim activist traveled all the way from Los Angeles to Dearborn's Arab Festival to carry hateful banners and wave a pig head at Muslim festival goers.
People just want to eat an ice cream cone and buy tube socks and do the things they do at festivals. Why are you doing this?
Pig head to Muslims is like a crucifix to a vampire.
Almost any human being would recoil from a pig head on a stick.
But their religion teaches if they die with that pig, there's a problem. We have a general named Pershing who actually dipped bullets in pig blood when he came against Islam in the Philippines.
Okay, maybe it's unfair of us to put this one lunatic up here presenting the fringe views of the worst parts of...
He took 50 bullets and he dipped them in pig's blood.
The GOP's presidential nominee and this human man boob have more in common than just being bald.
I am not happy with the state of America as we sit now.
How do you feel about the state of America right now?
I think America is great.
No, I think you misunderstood the question. You're supposed to complain about America and yearn for the America that once was, when it was all white. Do you want to try that again?
I don't think America stopped being great.
which must be a hard thing to say when people refuse to believe you're doing this.
No more ISIS in the world! No more ISIS in the world!
Is there something you've said 1,000 times that you'd like to say 1,001 times that you would like people to ignore, but this time on national television?
American Muslims love America. We love what our country stands for. We are proud of our country.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. What did you say?
We love America. America is our home.
I just got the first 2 words.
We love America.
We may never know how American Muslims feel about America, but at least our brave political leaders will never stop not listening to them.
We'll be right back.